Hey guys, Vanessa here, and I wanted to share with you a very quick way to release tension in your entire body and just create more health in your system. And a little background on this, we have a web of tissue called fascia that runs through our entire body and it connects everything. So, uh, the web that we're going to start working with today, it starts at the bottom of your feet. It runs up the backs of your legs, runs up your back, the back of the neck, through the top of the head, and inserts at the top of the eyebrows. So this is all connected, and I want you to think about a spider web. And if a spider web is pulled really tight in one area, what happens to the rest of the web? It gets distorted. And so the same thing can happen in our body when we get really bunched up in one area, and our fascia gets stuck together and our tissue sticks together. It pulls the rest of the body out of alignment. So you can actually do wonders by just releasing your feet, the fascia in your feet. Just releasing that can make an incredible difference in the entire back line of your body. So I will demonstrate by doing a roll down so you can actually get a visual idea of how this works. So lengthening through the spine, belly pulling in, and I'm just going to roll down one vertebra at a time. And I'm just going to take note of how close my hands are to the ground. So they're both touching. I'm fairly flexible. Right now, my right side feels a little bit tighter than the left. I'm not seeing a great big difference in my arm length. They seems about equal. So I'm going to slowly roll back up. And now I did take note that the right side of my body is feeling tighter. So I'm going to do that side first. And I'm going to grab what's called a pinky ball. And this is just a high bounce ball. You can use a tennis ball or any kind of ball that has a little bit of softness to it. A golf ball might be, if you're new to this, a golf ball is going to be a little bit too hard. Same with the lacrosse ball. I would suggest a tennis ball or any kind of like a dog toy type ball. So I'm going to place it on the floor. And I'm just going to take the ball of my foot over the ball and I'm going to kind of squeeze the ball with my toes and then we'll lift them up and squeeze, doing that a couple of times. Okay, and then from here, I'm just going to roll out the ball of my foot with the ball. Now notice I'm allowing my forefoot to twist a little bit, so I'm letting the base of my big toe touch down, base of my little toe. Depending on your level of flexibility or how much you've done this, you may or may not be able to do that, but it's a place to work up to. Now from here, I'm going to roll from the inside of my foot, from the base of the big toe towards the heel. Then I'll take the pressure off and do it again. And you want to think about rolling from the front of the foot towards the back of the foot. If you're brand new to this, this could be feel quite meaningful. And you're going to do the same thing for the middle of the foot, from second, third, fourth toe towards the heel. And then we're going to do it on the pinky side of the foot. So if you have any areas of fascia that's really wound up in your feet, and this is super, super common, this actually shows up a lot in plantar fasciitis a lot as well. So fasciitis is actually an inflammation of the fascia, and plantar is the foot. So it's an inflammation of the fascia in the foot. So now from here, I'm going to take the ball right in front of my heel, kind of in that little pocket, and I'm just going to apply a little bit of pressure, almost having that sensation that my foot is just kind of melting over the ball. And then I'm going to go side to side with it. Okay, and now that I've done that side, I'm going to take a second, and I encourage you to do the same when you try this, to feel what the right side of my body now feels like compared to the left. My right foot feels a lot more open. It feels almost like it's bigger. It's more connected to the ground. And my entire right leg and even the right side of my lower back just feels more alive and like there's more energy running through it. So I'm going to do the little roll down test again, one vertebra at a time, coming all the way down. And now you may be able to see this or not, but notice that my right wrist is actually closer to the ground than it was before I did this. I think before it was kind of about the same as my left, and now it's just relaxed closer into the ground. So there you have a visual example of how just rolling out your feet can make a difference in the entire side of your body. So we're not going to neglect the other side. Ball of the foot over the ball, kind of squeezing over with your toes and then lifting up and spreading them. Squeezing, lifting up and spreading one more time. And
then going side to side. Again, you want the forefoot to twist. This might be a little, I'm obviously doing this on carpet, so the ball, it's a little easier to do on a hard surface or on a yoga mat. Ball will slide a little bit less. Okay, and then we're going to roll from the base of the big toe towards the heel. So applying the pressure from front to back. Again, if your feet are super sensitive, if you're new to this, just keep the pressure light. You don't want to overdo it. With time, it'll become easier and not be as unpleasant. Okay, so from there, we're going to go from the middle of the foot. You want to do it at least, about 4 or 5 times. The pinky side of the foot. And then place the heel right in front of the heel pocket on it and just do a little side to side. And just a little pressure on the ball. And then, again, just noting in the body. This is a really good practice to get into anytime you do something physical afterwards. Note how it feels in your body. It does send a message to your brain that, oh, this is really good for me. I want to do this again. You'll be more likely to do it again when you take note. Okay, now my left side also feels more flat and grounded. The whole back of the left leg, the back of my lower back, all feels much more grounded. So I'm going to roll down again. Belly's lifted, coming down vertebra by vertebra. Yeah, and it seems like that left side, that wrist is also a little bit closer to the ground and it's more balanced with the right side now. And I slowly roll back up. So I encourage you to try this for yourself. Just a quick note, if you do have any back injuries, then this roll down might not be appropriate for you. You don't have to do it. You can totally skip the roll down. It's just a little assessment so you can really feel and see the difference in your body. Hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you in the next one.